The buying opportunity of the century is here. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about why a massive $9,000 crash may be coming very soon to Bitcoin. And I'm also going to be explaining to you exactly why, if this scenario does play out, that this will be one of the greatest buying opportunities that we have ever witnessed in the history of Bitcoin. By the end of this video, you're going to have a much better understanding about the next steps that Bitcoin may take, and I'm also going to show you how to make the most of those opportunities. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Crypto Jeb loves drinking out of his coffee mug, especially when it has delicious, delicious coffee in it. Unfortunately, he got hacked. And now, poor Crypto Jeb has no more coffee mug. Maybe Jeb should have signed up with NordVPN, because with NordVPN, you can keep your assets, and your coffee mug, your coffee mug. NordVPN uses state-of-the-art technology to protect your internet connection from hackers, malware, phishing attempts, and scams that may otherwise use your IP address to access critical and compromising information that could be used to steal passwords, bank account information, or even, dun-dun-dun, my precious branded coffee mug. A basic tenet of success in any financial market is security. Digital security must be taken seriously, and that is why NordVPN is an essential component of every single cryptocurrency enthusiast tool bag. It will help to keep you safe from hackers that are going to try and attack you through phishing attempts and scams and steal critical information and drain your bank accounts and your investment accounts and your exchange accounts. Make sure to go to nordvpn.com/Jeb and get a 2-year plan, all risk-free with a 30-day money-back refund guarantee. Again, go to nordvpn.com/Jeb and get access to the most comprehensive, most trusted security architecture anywhere online. Let's set the stage. In the short span of 120 days, Bitcoin went through a meteoric 95% rally on the back of hope about the Bitcoin ETF approvals, and now those ETFs have topped silver in the assets under management in their funds. That's right, in just a week, Bitcoin ETFs have 3 times the assets under management that silver does. But all is not sunshine and rainbows in Bitcoin, because right now we are facing a major correction because the hype from the Bitcoin ETFs being approved has faded, and so too has the price of Bitcoin. Currently, Bitcoin is trading around $41,000, and there are 2 major levels of support that Bitcoin may fall to. From those 2 levels of support that Bitcoin could fall to, we find 2 different conclusions about how we should react should either one of those scenarios play out, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The first zone that Bitcoin must look out for is the support zone around the Bitcoin CME futures gap, which currently sits around $39,500 all the way up to $41,000. It is very possible that we would see a correction on Bitcoin to fill the CME futures gap, falling back down to VRVP support that we find right here around the 36 to 38K region. Falling back to the support zone between $36,000 and $38,000 would also make a lot of sense, because that's exactly what Lux Algo predicts. As you can see, we have a confirmed sell signal right here on the daily chart, which is confirmed by Trendcatcher, and that gives us a take profit down here between $37,000 and $40,000. Lux Algo is very rarely wrong, and it makes sense that we would go to this level in the first place, because it would fill the CME futures gap, which goes all the way down to 39. This is the more conservative of the scenarios for the correction, and it would result in a correction on par with the other corrections that we've seen so far in this bull market. Over the duration of this bull market, Bitcoin has gone through multiple 20 to 25% corrections. First of all, in February and March of last year, we dropped 22.5%. Then here in the summer, we dropped 20%. And then once again, moving into the fall, Bitcoin dropped 21%. If Bitcoin were to drop into that first support range, then Bitcoin would be dropping almost exactly 20%. In just a moment, I'm going to talk about how we should respond as investors to each of these scenarios. But first, let's also talk about the more bearish scenario, which is probably why you clicked on the video. Why Bitcoin might drop $10,000. And that wasn't clickbait, because it could really happen. If we look at the Fibonacci retracement on Bitcoin from all-time high to bear market bottom, you can see that we're currently sitting above the golden pocket. That is our first correction prediction, a drop down to 37 to 38 at the lowest. That would be Bitcoin holding on the golden pocket, and we would rally from there. However, if you continue farther down, then you see that there is a next level of support, the 0.5 level, at $32,500. $32,500 is also strikingly close to our previous resistance, now support, at $31,850. $31,850 is a local top that was set as resistance on the 14th of July, a Friday of 2023, after Judge Torres ruled in favor of Ripple in the XRP case. These 2 levels, $32,500 and $31,850, constitute the next major support zone that we have beneath us if $36,000 to $37,000, the floor of the higher zone, were to break. A correction from current levels around $41,500 down to $31,850 would be a correction just shy of $10,000. And if Bitcoin were to drop that far, that would be an overall drop of 35%. Larger than anything we've seen so far in this bull market, but very much on par with the average size drop that you see in previous bull markets. If we do drop down to that level, I firmly believe that we will hold that level with an insane amount of enthusiasm, and it would present the buying opportunity of the century on Bitcoin. So now in this third part of the video, I want to talk a little bit about how we can prepare for both scenarios. First and foremost, let's keep in mind the bull market still on track. We have every reason to believe that following some rate cuts, following the halving, following the deliberation about whether or not we're going to see an Ethereum exchange-traded fund, and all of the development going on in the space, we have every reason to believe that the market is going to go to massive new highs in the next 12 to 18 months. The bull market's not over if we go through this drop. But if we go through this drop, it does give us buying opportunities that we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't been able to buy Bitcoin at $32,000 since last September. We also have not been able to buy altcoins on the massive discount that we would see if Bitcoin were to drop this far. Solana would probably drop to support around the $70 range, maybe lower. Cardano could drop down to the mid-30s. Many of your favorite altcoins could go through drastic corrections and enter great discounted buying position. So here is my personal recommendation. This is not financial advice, but my recommendation on how to approach both of these scenarios. If Bitcoin does bounce around $36,000 to $37,000 at the bottom, then I would recommend just continuing your dollar cost averaging, getting it set up if you haven't already, but pretty much just going about everything as you would. Enjoy the lower dollar cost averaged entries and make sure that you take advantage of those entries by dollar cost averaging if you're not already. We have plenty of other content talking about investment plans. That's not the point of this video. But if Bitcoin does drop down to $32,000 and you see the altcoins go through a similarly sized drop, 20, 30, 40, 50% from all-time high, that's where you might consider putting a lump sum into the market. If you are not already, it's not a bad idea to dollar cost average every week into what you call a lump sum fund. That lump sum fund could be in USDC earning 5% APY. It could be in a bank account earning 5% annually in a savings account. But it's not a bad idea to keep a little bit on the side that you can use to lump sum deploy into the market if we drop down to that level. And the reason, quite simply, is because if Bitcoin does ever retest $32,000, I am quite confident that it will be the last time that ever occurs. If you make investments in this market and you do it wisely and you follow the structures and plans that we put forth, you are overwhelmingly likely to profit in this coming bull market if you pick the right coins and you hold on to them for the right amount of time, because a massive rally is coming, and I want to help you guys learn how to profit and succeed in this space. So if you have not already, make sure to hit that like button because it helps get the video out to more people, and subscribe to the channel because I would love to see you more around the community here. And although I was lucky enough to get my coffee mug back from the hackers, you might not be so lucky to get your cryptocurrency back if they were to steal it from you. So make sure to sign up for NordVPN by using the link in the description box down below, nordvpn.com/Jeb. Get yourself a 2-year plan and protect yourself from hackers for the duration of the bull market. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.